everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made a wig. It's actually a curly wig using a frontal cap that I found in my local beauty supply. I paid $5.99 for this cap, and this cap is actually made so you could make your own lace frontal yourself, like get the hair and put it through the lace yourself. But I decided I was going to use this cap and put my actual frontal on top of it. Just so you know, most frontals go back about 4 inches, so the frontal that you have if you use this cap is probably going to go over the actual lace area that's allowed on this cap, which is fine. I went ahead and did that and I had no issue with it. So the back edge of my frontal ended up lining up with the elastic band that is included on this wig, and you'll actually see that in these clips. I'm sewing the frontal down now. And for the most part, the frontal was on top of the lace area, but it did end up overlapping onto the netted area, and it worked out perfectly. The wig is a great fit. I have a clip here showing how the frontal lined up with the elastic band. It's almost like it was pretty much connected to the elastic band almost. So I just sewed this wig like normal. I have another video on how I make my frontal wigs. I just did that the same thing. So after I was done sewing the wig, this is all the excess fabric from the cap. So what you have on there is the lace that was included, which was underneath my frontal. There's some plastic on there you have to remove after you make your wig. And then they also include a little area of lace at the back of the wig. So I have the wig here. It's been completed, and I put some conditioner and water on it. And I want to show you guys how I pluck my wigs. So what I like to do is I like to get about 1/2 inch of the hair from the frontal and push that forward. I do start in small sections, but get about 1/2 inch of hair and push that forward. And then I focus on that area and I thin that out. I actually like to pluck the hair with my hand. I have used tweezers in the past to pluck my frontals, but I have a preference towards just pulling the hair with my hands, because in the past when I've used tweezers, I have accidentally ripped the lace or snagged it, or when I pulled the hair, I pulled too hard and it made a hole in the lace. So I just prefer to use my hands, and also make sure you put some conditioner and water on the hair, because that softens it and it helps the hair to come out easier when you're pulling it, and it doesn't like mess with the hair. It kind of like just slides off with the conditioner on there. So I would definitely recommend putting something on there for the hair so it comes off easier when you're plucking it. So I'm just going through here, and in small sections, I'm gradually bringing the sections of hair forward. And as I'm going through, I'm making sure I'm smoothing it back as I go, just to see how it's looking, because while I'm plucking that 1/2 inch section of hair that's going forward, I'm also plucking just a little bit the hair that's all going back. So from the edges of the frontal going back, I want the hair to gradually thicken. I don't want it to just be a blunt area that is plucked and thinned, and then it just all of a sudden is just a completely different density. I want it to gradually build up to a full density. So that's why I did not use a comb to part it off neatly. I just kind of grabbed little random sections, because your hair, your natural hairline is not parted from where your edges are and like the rest of your hair. It's just kind of sporadic. I also adjust my frontals to my actual hairline, because I have a widow's peak. Not a super deep one, but I do have one. So I like to pluck my frontals a little bit more around that widow's peak, so that it kind of curves out a little bit. And then there are sections of my hair where it is thinner. So I just showed you guys the unplucked side. You can see that here versus the side that I've already started to pluck. So you just want to go through it and comb it back every so often, so you can see how it's looking with the hair combed straight back. I know as I'm going through this, it may look like the frontal is too thin or that there's patches missing, But when you're actually doing the baby hairs or wearing the wig straight back, it's gonna look so much more natural versus having this super thick hairline or everything looking so perfect. I want to add that I have not bleached this frontal yet. The reason why I waited is because I actually plan on doing maybe like a patch of hair in the front that I'm gonna bleach so that I can dye it like a blonde color or maybe like a brown. So I just decided I would wait and do all of that in one sweep. So that's why it's not bleached or anything yet. But I did want to at least get this first part of the video out so you guys could see how I made the wig, and then also be able to see how I customized the hairline. I will be doing some more customization once the wig is actually on my head, of course. You will always end up having to do a little something extra once the wig is on your head, because you may just notice little things that are sticking out, or it doesn't look right, or it needs to be tweaked. So, I mean, naturally, you're gonna have to do a little something extra, but you can at least get that started before it's on your head, because once it's glued down on your head, I personally do not like plucking that hair while it's on my head. I would prefer to do it while it's off my head. So that's just what you're watching here. This wig was supposed to be pre-plucked, this frontal rather, but it wasn't really plucked much for me. I ordered this hair, I think, from AliExpress a while ago. It is the Hermosa hair. So the thing with this hair is it looks really dry. It looks really rough when it's not wet. So if it doesn't have any type of mousse in it and conditioner or something, the hair looks bad when it's just naturally dry, or even if you just like combed it out. So this is definitely the type of hair I think it's best worn. Just wear the hair wet and wavy. I'm actually considering maybe putting a little bit of a texturizer in it to loosen up the curl, because the curl is so tight on this hair. So you see, I'm working towards the middle of my hairline, and I'm just still going through. I have that widow's peak. So yeah, I just want you guys to see in real time how long it takes for me to go through and pluck a frontal. It doesn't take that long at all. Maybe one side took about 10 minutes, and then the other side probably 10 more minutes. It's not super time consuming, but it is something that definitely needs to be done if you want to achieve a natural look. So here is the final result after I plucked both sides. And then I am going to zoom in for you guys and show you guys up close how I just did a few final touches to it. So you'll just see here, I zoomed in so you can see the hairline, you can see the density of it, and I just went through and I pulled out a few hairs as I saw necessary. Particularly in areas that I know in my hairline are not as thick, because I do want it to imitate my natural hairline, and I want to be able to wear this wig straight back without having to put baby hairs if I wanted to. So it's definitely important that you make sure that that hairline is on point if you're going to be wearing it straight back. So here is the final product of the wig. I went ahead and cut the lace off camera, and here's how it's looking. It definitely needs to have the knots bleached, but I went ahead and put some water and conditioner in the hair, and I'll allow the wig to condition overnight because I'm sure the hair needs it since it's just been sitting in a bag for a while. But yeah, it looks really pretty with the conditioner in it. This hair is definitely high maintenance though, so I can do a review on it if you guys want. But yeah, I am happy with it. I do want to add that I have tried the wig on and it fits perfectly. It is definitely big head friendly. I had plenty of cap area to cover my entire head, so that was a plus. The wig has stretch to it and everything, so very happy about it. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.